Alright folks, we are back playing Criminal Case of Conspiracy Too Cruel for School on Chapter 2. To figure out who killed Vicky Lopez, who was Phil Straybold, and disfigured in the classroom. We're on to Chapter 3. Jake, we're investigating a teenager's murder at Fairview High. A girl was burned with acid and then strangled. Between her teachers, classmates, and controlling mother, Vicky had plenty of drama in her life. Jacob, I dread the day when Gloria, speaking of Carter, he had a minor accident in the lab. What? Amir, what are you talking about? I'm fine, Mom. Carter, you're green. I was explaining to Carter how canned vaccine works. I didn't expect him to actually eat it, but it's harmless, Gloria, I promise. Harmless? He glow in the dark too. I imagine the cosplay potential. Both of you go back to the lab, I think. Jayla and I are going back to school because we have a murder, so you better behave yourself. Oh, the science lab sing. Oh, I really like this thumbnail. It shows Coach Kirk and Julian Ramus. So, we're going back to where it all started, but unlike the previous cases for both Conspiracy and Save the World, this is not the last one. But we got the happy hour, but we're running out of time for it. I only got like 5 minutes left for that, so I got a pencil sharpener. Where is it? It's green. Battery, paintbrush. Oh, wow. Suspicious grass. Oh, so close for 100. Jacob, is that plastic bad? What I think it is? Drugs in Carter's school? Good grief. We can vacuum up a sample to you, but $5 say it won't be teeters. I see you also found Vicky's lab tools. If only science had an answer to her murder. Alright, let's look inside box. Okay, let's decide to pull our socks up and bust this killer before the school bell rings. Alrighty, let's go. Suspicious grass. Don't know what it is. That was quick. Let's get the sample to the lab, Jacob. If the substance really is drugs, we need to know who brought it to the school. Okay. Who could... Yeah. Not bad. Interesting. Fine. You found an essay among Vicky's lab tools, and it's about the science behind omitting her mistakes. Well, apparently Vicky failed this assignment. I agree, Jake. We should recover her teacher's favorite notes. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So Miss Goldfish wrote a harsh note on Vicky's essay. You'll learn the hard way that being a brat does not make you a scientist. Miss Goldfish claimed that Vicky was a bad student, but it looks like they had disciplinary issues. I agree, we should quiz Miss Goldfish about this. I don't think it's her, but at the same time it could be, but I don't know. It could be one of the 5. Detective Jacob, can I report students for littering? Chelsea and Julia left their ginger beer bottles everywhere, as usual. Miss Goldfish, we aren't here for that. Detective Jacob found the insults you left on Vicky's essay, but you told us you appreciated her intelligence. You found that disgraceful thing, Detective Jacob. Vicky was a smart girl, yes, but intelligence is no excuse for appealing behavior. That essay about the science behind omitting your mistakes was thinly a disguised insult. You see, I made a mistake in class about the boiling point of sucrolic acid. Vicky gleefully corrected me in front of everyone, and then she wrote that it to me even more. So Vicky flanned her knowledge about that sulfuric acid to teach her a lesson about respect. An interesting coincidence. It wasn't a threat, it was a learning opportunity about actions and consequences. Detective Jacob, Vicky was a typical entitled minimal. I'm not the only teacher who thought so, just go ask Coach Kirk. And speaking of that, I gotta go help make Grim Badgers Pandas for the championship. I'm already late. Interesting. So both Chelsea and Julian ginger beer. Interesting. Thanks for the help, Miss Goldfinch. Jacob, Miss Goldfinch clearly held a grudge against Vicky, and she said that Coach Kirk too had complaints about the girl. Interesting that Coach didn't mention it before. You're right, we better go talk to him again. Okay. I know you guys won't see who it is because I'm not live. Coach Kirk, we've been told that you have complaints about Vicky's behavior. Care to elaborate? Who told you that, Detective Jacob? Anyways, I'm a straight talker, so I'll tell you. Vicky was a bad influence on the Badgers. Bad influence? How so? Well, she first turned the cheerleaders into fashion-obsessed boy magnet. And the boys started to arrive late or skip training. They all became more interested in gaining them championships. You can't be a championship without focus and discipline. I should have kicked Vicky out before she made my team smaller. Well, Vicky's death convincingly solved that problem for you. Don't think I'm heartless, Detective Jacob. When I heard about Vicky's murder, I was so shocked I swallowed my chewing gum. But I can't deny that it's great to have my team concentrate on what's important. Football. Interesting. I wonder who could it be? But we still got this grass hammer to actually do, so see you guys in 3 hours. This is Galaxy Now 2025. Over and out. Alright, folks, so we are back. Let's go and get the results. Hi, Jacob. Since you're here to talk about drugs, I'll let Rupert handle this. He's the one who was around during the Summer of Love. Amia, how many times do I have to tell you? I never did drugs in the 60s or otherwise. Getting back to the point. So that substance really was drugs in my son's school. Indeed. As you suspected, Jacob, your sample was cannabis, and it doesn't speak highly of Fairview High, especially in light of the recent murder. The good news is that I managed to isolate not one but 2 different DNA sequences in your sample. One strand belongs to Vicky Lopez and another match to one of your suspects, Julian Ramos. Julian Ramos, the kid with a criminal record, smoking pot at school with her victim? You're right, Jacob. Time to turn up the heat on Julian. Uh-oh. I'm afraid you're in trouble, Julian. We found these drugs with your and Vicky's DNA all over them. What? Detective Jacob, I can't believe you busted me. Alright, I smoke a joint sometimes to relax. Big deal. You never found it out if it wasn't for that dimwit Vicky Lopez. She was hella stressed out because of her mom and begged me for some weed, so I agreed to sell Vicky an ounce of my own stash. Just that one time, I swear. It was a mistake. Vicky never paid me. That's why I took her wallet. Stealing and bringing drugs to school are a criminal offense, Juliet, and that's assuming you haven't done anything worse. We're going to take you into custody. Fine! Throw me back in jail for smoking pot. I'm already a criminal in everyone's eyes. It makes no difference. Jacob, we uncovered some troubling aspects of Vicky's life at Fairview High. Apparently, several teachers complained about Vicky's lack of respect and bad influence on other students. And then we discovered she brought pot from a classmate, Julian Ramos. Jacob, if every teenager hiding so many secrets I'm in for a rough ride with Carter, I feel we need to clear our heads. You think we should go to the drive-in? Yeah, we know Vicky liked to drive in, and the killer also went there after the murder. Alright, I'm in. Let's go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Jacob, this looks like a suggestion box from the science classroom. Why on earth is it here? You're right, we better open that lock on it. And I agree, we should restore that torn fabric too. We know the killer came here after the murder. So anything could be significant. Jacob, we'll crack this case before the credits start rolling on the screen behind us. I know it. Alrighty, let's go. Easy. Jacob, this cloth you restored looks like a hand towel from the school lab. And those holes, they could be acid burns. You're right, Jacob. This towel might have dropped here by the killer. Off to the lab with it. Quick. Let's see, how many hours is it going to take? 15 hours. Okay. Well, I'll be damned. Nope, it's not that. Nice! Jacob, what on earth was that computer cable in the science classroom suggestion box? And why is it dumped here? Alright, what we know is that the cable came from our crime scene. Let's just see what the lab guys have to make of it. See how many hours is it going to take? 9 hours. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in 15 hours. This is Galaxy Nail 2025. Over and out. Alright folks, we are back. Let's go and get the results. Jacob, I found traces of sulfuric acid on this towel. There's no doubt it's originally from your primary crime scene, the classroom. My hypothesis was that the killer used this towel to wipe the acid off something. Most likely their own hands. The pain was probably an intersective. Yeah, I remember Rupert saying they weren't wearing gloves when they handled the acid bottle. So, what did you find? I'm assuming the killer touched the towel. I looked for organic cells in the fabric, and bingo, I found blood. It's definitely the killer, since it didn't match the victim's blood type. Jacob, I can tell that your killer's blood type is A positive. Great, so the killer's blood type will be their downfall. A fitting conclusion to a murder in a science lab. Let's go. Oh, Jacob, you won't believe what happened. Martini nearly strangled me. She what? She said it was to only demonstrate the strangulation with this computer cable. Jacob found, but I didn't like the way she kept quoting Jean-Paul Stalin. Alright, Rupert, once you recover from your run-in French examination, perhaps you can tell us what the heck this is about. Well, I found some skin cells on the computer cable. Martini confirmed they were the victims. So the cable is their murder weapon. Was there anything else on it, Rupert? Traces of disinfectant in solution on the surface used to clean gold jewelry, notably earrings. Because Vicky didn't wear gold earrings, I can conclude that the product came from the earring-toting killer. So we're chasing a killer who wears gold earrings. Well, they'll go real well with their metal handcuffs, Jacob. Oh, so it's the coach. Jacob, we have evidence to arrest Vicky's killer. They won't be saved by the bell, that's for sure. Okay. Let's see if I'm right. I'm right. But first, before we actually do that, let's see if we... Match. Oh, so what it does, it actually takes away one of your stars. Ah, okay. I still knew it's him. Coach Kirk, you're under arrest for the Vicky Lopez murder. Me? Arrested for murder, Detective Jacob? I don't have time for prior games. I have a championship to win in 3 weeks. We know football is all you care about, Coach. You threatened Vicky with the Grim Badgers chant. Every self-respecting Fairview student and teacher knows our chant. But it was you who attacked Vicky with acid. You not throwing away the bottle of driving would cover your tracks, but Detective Jacob found it. I didn't know enough about science to go near acid. If I wanted to kill someone, I didn't do it like an athlete with my bare. I do it like an athlete with my bare hands. Actually, you did it with a computer cable, but that's close enough. We found it together with the towel you used to wipe off your hands. You lost the game, Coach. All right, I'm not smart enough to argue with you, Detective Jacob. I admit it. I killed Vicky. But why, Coach? Vicky had sure a bit of an attitude, but that's no reason. Disrupting my team's training was one thing. Making accusations against me was another. Accusations? What do you mean? Vicky claimed that I behaved inappropriately with the cheerleaders. She talked a lot of crock about me abusing my authority and whatnot. All that noise just because I checked on the girls in the shower from time to time. All because of a masculine where you should never hurt anyone, I always say. Check on the girls in the... Are you kidding me? You were perving on your students? See, that is exactly the kind of misunderstanding I wanted to avoid when I asked Vicky not to say anything to the principal. I tried setting her threads at first to keep her quiet, but she kept nattering on about harassment. She said she'd get me fired. Today, I considered her in the classroom. I only wanted her to talk, but I got angry and grabbed the bottle and threw the contacts in her face. When I saw what the acid did, I panicked. I disfigured the girl for life, and she testified against me, so I strangled her with that cable. I knew Vicky was in trouble the first time I saw her, and I was right. She ruined my life. Your life? What about Vicky's life? You killed a student for daring to stand up your disgusting harassment of her classmates. You're under arrest. Mr. Kirk, you committed a brutal assault of your student. Do you have anything to say? I acted on impulse, Your Honor. I was thinking of my team and career. Vicky threatened to take all that away from me. Your career was to be the reasonable of those children, to be an adult they could trust, not take advantage of them. Your abuse of power towards the cheerleaders to investigate it separately. For killing Vicky Lopez, you're sentenced 30 years in jail. 30 years. Okay, that honestly sounds like a reasonable amount. 30 years? Darn, the Badgers will never win another championship again. Jacob, Vicky's murder was just scratching the surface of everything that's wrong at Fairview High. I can't believe that a football coach abused his position to spy on young girls and then committed murder to cover up his crime. At least now the monster is behind bars. But I'm still worried about Jillian's drug use. And of course the rocket cow killer targeting the parents of Fairview students. Jacob, it looks like we have a few more exams to pass before we can graduate from Fairview High. Okay, if you say so. But that's going to be until 5 of 6 for Old Friends New Beginnings. I'll see you guys in a little bit. This is Galaxy Nail 2025. Over and out. And happy 2026.